What if your biggest relationship mistake is something you were praised for your whole life? You were taught that a good man solves problems, that when she's upset, you fix it. But let's face it, this is how we usually show love. But what if, in trying to fix her pain, we're actually making her feel more alone and much worse? Because here's the truth nobody ever taught us. When she's going through something and her emotions are high, she doesn't need a solution. She simply needs someone who feels it with her. My name is Will, and if you are watching this, it means you care very deeply about your wife and the role you play in supporting her. But caring isn't enough, especially if you don't know what to do in her hardest moments. In this video, I'm going to show you why fixing it isn't always loving, how to hold her hurt without solving it, what makes our wives feel emotionally safe, and how to become a husband she runs to, not away from. Let's start with the habit most of us picked up as boys, but it's quietly damaging everything we love. And then let's talk about why your instinct to jump in and fix the problem may be doing more harm than good, especially when it comes to her heart. I have a friend named Chad who one day walks into his kitchen and found his wife with her head down, visibly upset. He immediately started troubleshooting. Did something happen at work? Should I call someone? But with each suggestion, she grew colder. Finally, she whispered, "Can you just be here with me?" As husbands, we're programmed to solve. We hear a problem, and what do? We want to take action. And in most areas of life, that's a strength. But emotional pain doesn't need a plan. It needs a presence. When she's upset, what she really wants is connection. She wants your attention, not your analysis. She needs your presence, not some prescription. Many times our wives don't need a solution. They simply need someone who feels it with her. Think of her pain like a fire. Your job isn't to extinguish it. It is to sit beside her until it dies down naturally. Let's pause for a moment and think about this. When was the last time your wife was upset and you jumped into fix-it mode? What would it have looked like if you had just sat with her instead? You don't need to comment on this question. Just answer this question honestly and to yourself. But now we're going to go deeper, because this next point is where most husbands lose the emotional connection they never knew they needed to build. When Chad's father passed away, he never cried, not once. "I've got to stay strong," he told himself. Years later, when his wife got emotional over something seemingly small, he felt himself disconnect. Not because he didn't care though, but it was because he didn't know how to feel anything at all. You know, a lot of us were raised to suppress emotion, to be stoic, to keep it together. But here's the problem. If you spent your whole life avoiding your own feelings, your wife's emotions will feel threatening. They'll trigger your discomfort. You might find yourself saying things like this: "Oh, you're overreacting," or "Can we not do this right now?" But what you're really saying is this: "I don't know how to handle what you're feeling because I never learned how to handle what I'm feeling." Hear me out on this. If you reject your own emotion, you'll never feel safe enough to hold hers. You can't hold someone else's storm if you've boarded up every window in your own house. I don't know if you journal or not, but if you do, give it a try. Take 2 minutes today to write this one sentence. "One emotion I've been avoiding is this, and this is how it affects my marriage." You don't need to figure it out all today, but noticing it, that's how you begin. Now that we've unpacked what's happening inside us, let's talk about what it looks like to become the emotional anchor your wife has been waiting for. Chad thought strength meant having no emotion, but his wife once said, "I don't need you to be a rock. I need you to be steady." It was the first time that Chad realized there's a difference. Strength often looks like silence, but stability, that looks like presence, eye contact, steady breathing, calmness under emotional pressure. Not because you're suppressing, but because you've trained yourself to hold space. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to stay in control. You just need to be someone she can cry in front of, without fearing rejection or ridicule. A steady husband doesn't calm the storm. He stays with her through it. Here's a very good analogy. Think of yourself like a lighthouse during a storm. You're not stopping the wind, the lightning, or the thunder. You're just reminding her where home is. Now, let's finish strong because this next mindset shift is simple, but it changes everything about how she experiences your love. We think love is about words. I love you. You look good. But sometimes silence is more powerful. A long hug when she breaks down. A quiet nod when she's venting. Sitting next to her without needing to fix a thing. Your presence is the proof of your love, not the plans you make, not the speeches you give. It's that quiet, steady, I am not going anywhere kind of love. The kind of love that she can exhale into. Never forget this as a husband. Silence, when filled with presence, is louder than words. You don't have to be the hero. You don't have to be Superman. Just be the ground where she can stand on when the world shakes. Let's bring this home because this entire video leads to one truth about emotional connection in marriage. Let's recap what has been shared in this video. Fixing your wife's pain doesn't heal it. Your presence does. Your wife's words carry emotion. Listen for the feeling, not just the logic. Emotional safety starts with you accepting your own feelings. And your wife doesn't need your strength, she needs your stability. And sometimes saying nothing says it all. This isn't about being a softer man, nor an alpha man. It's about being a stronger one, the kind who leads with emotional clarity and support, not confusion. If this video helped you grow as a husband, do two things. First, grab your I Will Be My Best Today journal. The link is in the description, and write this one sentence. What I'll start doing differently when my wife is hurting is, and then two, subscribe to this channel for more growth like this. This isn't about content. It's about becoming a better husband for your wife. Comment below. If this hit home, I'm learning to feel it before I fix it. And check out my official merch so you can wear the reminder, I will be my best today. But more importantly, let her feel that message and how you show up every single day. And never forget, as a husband, you can always be better than yesterday for your wife.